Hi, I am Pratiksha Bhosle and today's my topic is the reproductive system. Sexual reproduction is a type of a reproduction that involves a complex life cycle in which a gamete haploids reproductive cells such as a sperm or egg cell with a single set on chromosome combines with another gamete to produce a zygote that develops into an organism composed of cells with two sets of chromosomes. This is a typical in animals through the number of chromosome sets and how that number changes in sexual reproduction varies, especially among plants, fungi, and other eukaryotes. In placental mammals, sperm cells exit the penis through the male urethra and enter the vagina during copulation. While egg cells enter the uterus through the oviduct, other vertebrates of both sexes possesses of cloaca for the release of sperm or egg cells. Sexual reproduction is the most common life cycle in multicellular eukaryotes such as animals, fungi, and plants. Sexual reproduction also occurs in some unicellular eukaryotes. Sexual reproduction does not occur in prokaryotes, unicellular organisms without cell nuclei, such as bacteria and archaea. However, some processes in bacteria, including bacterial conjunction, transformation, and transduction, may be considered analogous to sexual reproduction in that they incorporate new genetic information. Some proteins and other features that are key for sexual reproduction may have arisen in bacteria, but sexual reproduction is believed to have developed in an ancient eukaryotic ancestor. In eukaryotes, diploid precursor cells divide to produce haploid cells in a process called meiosis. In meiosis, DNA is replicated to produce a total of four copies of each chromosome. This is followed by cell division to generate haploid gametes. After the DNA is replicated in meiosis, the homologous chromosome pairs up so that their DNA sequences are aligned with each other. During this period, before cell division, genetic information is exchanged between homologous chromosomes in genetic recombination. Homologous chromosomes contain highly similar but not identical information, and by exchanging similar but not identical region, genetic recombination increases genetic diversity among future generations. During sexual reproduction, two haploid gametes combine into one diploid cell known as a zygote in a process called fertilization. The nuclei from the gametes fuse, and each gamete contributes half of the genetic material of the zygote. Multiple cell division by mitosis then develop into a multicellular diploid phase or generation. In plants, the diploid phase, known as the sporophyte, produces spores by meiosis. These spores then germinate and divide by mitosis to form a haploid multicellular phase, the gametocyte, which produces gametes directly by mitosis. This type of life cycle involving alteration between two multicellular phases, the sexual haploid gametophyte and asexual diploid sporophyte, is known as the alternation of generation. The evaluation of sexual reproduction of is considered paradoxical because asexual reproduction should be able to outperform it as every young organism created can bear its own age young. Sexual selection is a natural selection in which some individuals out reproduce others of a population because they are better at securing mates for sexual reproduction. It has been described as a powerful evolutionary force that does not exist in a sexual population. Sexual selection. In order to reproduce sexually, both males and females need to find a mate. Generally in animals, mate choice is made by female while males compete to be chosen. This can lead organism to extreme efforts in order to reproduce, such as a combat and display, or produce extreme features caused by a positive feedback known as the Fisherian runway. In another in insect, arthropods, and mammals, there are three extant kinds of mammals: monotremes, placentals, and marsupials, all with internal fertilization. In placental mammals, offspring are born as juvenile. Next is the fish. The vast majority of species lay eggs that are then fertilized by the male. Some species lay their eggs on a substrate like a raw or on plant, while others scatter eggs and eggs. Their eggs and the eggs are fertilized as they drift or sink in a water column. In plants, animals have a life cycle with a single diploid multicellular phase that produce haploid gametes directly by meiosis. Male gametes are called sperm, and female gametes are called eggs or ova. In animals, fertilization of ovum by sperm result in the formation of a diploid zygote that develops by repeated mitotic, mitotic divisions into diploid adult. Plants have two multicellular life cycle phases resulting in an alternation of generation. Thank you.